My phone went dead on me unexpectedly. I yeah, it just went from 4% to, and then it died. So I have it plugged in now, although that doesn't always stop the problems from happening. So I was saying, Minishit, I believe his dual ability was a bit stronger, but I believe he's much more talented in the Aster department, but he hasn't received the same level of training that he did in dual. But his potential in Aster is definitely much higher. But for both of those, I'd actually put him at exactly number three on this list. So number two, this is being continued from my best split runners, pure highest, 3 day consistency ish skill level for split runners of all time. So number two, Evanly in Duel, and number one is going to be Zakcha in Duel. um, yeah. Okay. Okay. So I have two other lists, and they are the best split runners and best players. So two different lists. And for each it's going to be relative to what region that person was, uh, what time period it was. So it's easier to be good in 2018 than 2015. It was easier to be good, if you uh, during the kind of the OG days of the game, if you were starting in an Asian community, most Asian communities at least, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to do the split run one first because I want to save the best one for the end. So number 10, this is a fairly similar list. I was debating whether or not to say that because I was afraid of spoiling it, but I decided it probably wasn't too important. Number 10 is Krunel from Duel. Number 9, Cozy from Agar. Number 8, Anarchy from Aster. Number 7, Minishit from Duel. So yeah, I was saying Manisha, and Manisha is in this position also, but either his dual or Astra abilities. I have the same opinions for his dual and Astra abilities. Number 6 is ZT Rampage for Agar. That's probably not a name you hear tossed around too much on top 10 player lists. Number 5, Evanly from Duel. Number 4, Zakcha from Duel. Number 3, I'm not sure how well known he is anymore, but back in the day he was fairly well known. Zuki from High, uh, and that's Agar. Number 2 is going to be Alexos from Agar, and number 1 is going to be Wally, same Wally as before from Agar. So best relative. Uh, so number 10 is going to be ZT Rampage. Again, maybe you don't hear that too much. Number 9 is going to be ZT Candy. Number 8 is going to be, oh, sorry, Rampage from Agar, Candy from Agar, of course. Number 8 is going to be Minisha from Duel. Number 7 is going to be uh, Cal Miku from Agar. Number 6 is going to be High Wally from Agar. Number 5 is going to be D-Man from Agar. Number 4 is going to be High Zuki from Agar. And number 3, and drum roll here because I'm assuming you know who's gonna be number 1 and 2, uh, is ZT Kel from Agar. And I know that's probably I guess Kel has rubbed some people the wrong way, but he is obviously a unbelievably talented and fantastic player. I always was. He never had any real, weaknesses. And I don't like to use that word unqualified because it doesn't really mean anything, but he was never like, you know, he never went through a period of being shit, I guess. He was always like good. In he managed to be good. Again, I'm not saying that like he was always good at everything, but he managed to be a good player overall at all times. So a top two, number 2, Evanly Duel, number 1, Krunel Duel. Kel was in for Agar, if I didn't mention that. Zuki was in for Agar, Demia was in for Agar, Wally was in for Agar, Kalmika was in for Agar. Yeah, so just Duel and Agar players on that best relative list. Kruno is obviously head and shoulders above every other player ever. I don't think anyone's close to him. I mean, his he had just gotten the trackpad when he played at his peak level. He had just gotten the trackpad, and he just completely outplayed everyone. I mean, it was just it was ridiculous. And wow. I mean, yeah, he's definitely a prodigy in every sense of the word. I mean, every other player I've met, there have definitely been some exceptional ones, some very talented ones, as to be expected from a game that so many people played. But uh, the level that Corona played at was an outlier. I think it's pronounced. I wouldn't say that anyone came close to what Corona did. It completely blew me away. Uh, yeah, so that's it. Some stats, I guess, for this list, for these lists. Evanly is number 2 and 3 of the lists, and in the other list, he is number 5, I believe. Right? Yeah, he's number 5. Uh, Krunel is number 1 and 2 of the lists, and he is number 5 in the other list, and number 10 in the another list. Zakcha is, let's see, Zakcha is number 1 on one list, number 9 on another list, number 4 on another list, and that's it. Yeah, okay. So those are the main repeaters. Oh, Minisha is on a few of them. Minisha's number 3 on 2 lists. He's number 7 on another list and number 8 on another list. And there should be one other big repeater, right? Oh, I guess you could say the Wally was on a few. Okay, well, I'm not gonna spend my fucking time going through like all of these, but yeah, there are some repeaters. And to to address the your think hashtag is the best comments I most certainly get. People are not the best because they're in hashtag. They're in hashtag because of the best. I've always liked that little saying. So yeah, that's it.